Welcome to Seize the Mains by Malhotra's IAS Academy. I'm Surbhi Sardana and this is Season 3 of our Daily Answer Writing Initiative. This initiative runs in coordination with our website rajasacademy.com. From Monday to Saturday at 9 pm, we discuss one sample question for UPSC Civil Services Mains examination. A model answer is discussed that is framed by our team, by our subject experts. All these questions are taken from current affairs, strictly from there, from all the issues that are floating in current affairs in newspapers, your daily magazines and all that stuff. There is this mains answer writing section that is fully allocated to Seize the Mains content. So after this video, do check out our website, click on the mains answer writing section, and if you want to check out the content for today's videos and the previous discussions, do click on the link in the description, click on mains answer writing section, and there you go. The topic for today is Vibrant Village Scheme, or the VVP scheme that has been recently approved by the cabinet. So see, when a scheme is approved by the cabinet, not all the details are clear, things are very much foggy, but when a scheme is approved, the first thing that you need to study is why the scheme has been approved. What is the purpose of the scheme? What is the significance? So yes, understanding the purpose, that would be a part of our question, and the features that have been made public as of now. There must be many more details that would unfold with time. A lot of viewpoints would come up in the upcoming weeks in editorials that we see around. Yes, we would get a lot of content, but as of now, we'll be discussing just the features and the significance of the scheme. So there is your question. Question for day 194. The cabinet recently approved the Vibrant Village Scheme. What is the significance of this scheme? Elucidate its features. Answer in 250 words. So see, this is a very simple question. The content for this question is floating all over the internet and in your daily newspapers. Do check out the link of PIB that was about the cabinet recently that has been updated by the cabinet. So do check that out. Do take all your content from there. We have taken all our content from there itself, from all official sources. So let's start with the scheme. First of all, before answering this question, what you need to understand is that you need to write an introduction. So in introduction, you cannot directly write about the scheme. You need to write about significance of border areas. Since this is a scheme that will be focusing on border areas only. So what are the states that it is covering? Why is it covering border areas only? What is the need of the scheme when we already have the border areas development program running well? So why a specific scheme has been brought up? So yes, first of all, border areas, they hold immense potential for the security of the country, but due to sparse population, limited connectivity and infrastructure, they often get left out from the development gains. So that goes without saying. That first line of yours will make it clear to the examiner that you understand the story behind the scheme, that why is the government taking such a step. So this first line is very important there. Apart against this backdrop, the cabinet recently approved the Vibrant Village Scheme, or the VVP, which is now we'll be giving the basic details of the scheme. A centrally sponsored scheme for the financial years of 2022-23 to 25-26 that will cover the border areas of Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim and Ladakh. So these are the few states that it will be covering, and in the first phase, 663 villages will be taken up in the program. So that's about it. Moving to body paragraph 1, that is about significance of the scheme, or why is this scheme important. So first of all, it will have twin objectives of strengthening infrastructure on one hand. On the second hand, it will ensure that the residents don't abandon their villages, because in border areas, if we do not have these people residing in the villages, then it is a threat to our security infrastructure. See, when people are living there in the border areas with their families, they can give a lot of information to the security agencies. Plus, more security exists for the inner areas, when in the outer areas you already have some, residential establishments already there. So you cannot have isolated borders. That goes without saying. So first of all, basically it would strengthen the infrastructure in these areas, your connectivity, your jobs, economic prospects, that would be enhanced, so that migration does not occur. People do not abandon these areas to move to other better areas. So the residents don't abandon their villages in search of economic opportunities in other areas. Secondly, China has been flexing muscle since since the ongoing of COVID-19 pandemic. So yes, in many areas where it shares borders with India, it has been flexing muscles. So yes, the program is developed in the backdrop of Chinese setting up model villages along India and Bhutan borders. So yes, China is setting up some model villages along India and Bhutan borders. Approximately 600 villages have been set up by China according to reports. So it is very important for India that yes, India is not setting up model villages, but we already have prevalence of villages in our border areas. So it is very important for us to ensure that people stay there, people there actually receive all the benefits of the development happening all over the country. Third one, it will help in comprehensive development of villages of blocks on northern border, thus improving the quality of life of people living in identified border villages. As we just studied, 663 border villages, they have been taken in the phase 1. So yes, that is your significance, a very short part of it, though it appears that the content is on the entire board, but it's taking very few words. So now moving on to body paragraph 2, talking about the features. See, the first feature here would be very important. First of all, the scheme aims to identify and develop the economic drivers. See, in a village, or especially in a border village which does not have quality infrastructure, it does not have colleges or universities, you cannot take the IT sector there, you cannot take tech based job or very highly skilled jobs there. What you have to do is go to those villages, identify the needs of population, identify what kind of skills are already prevalent there, and then provide them with economic opportunities. So the first feature here is that it will identify and develop the economic drivers based on local, natural, human and other resources of the border villages on northern border, and development of growth centers on hub and spoke model. That is something we discuss a lot in economy, especially with regards to food processing industry. So yes, hub and spoke model would be used through promotion of social entrepreneurship, empowerment of youth and women through skill development and entrepreneurship, leveraging the tourism potential through promotion of local cultural traditional knowledge and heritage, and development of sustainable agro businesses on the concept of one village, one product. See, these are very important features here. When you talk about, these can also serve as a way forward for you as solutions in your ethics case studies. These features are very important because here they address the roots of migration, they address the roots of underdevelopment in border areas, and they provide a solution for all those problems. Through community based organizations, your cooperatives, NGOs, self-help groups, all will be taken into consideration. They will be brought up on the team. Secondly, vibrant village action plans will be created by district administration with the help of gram panchayats. 100% saturation of central and state schemes will be ensured. So whatever central governments or state government schemes are running, they would be collaborated, and utmost or best development would be ensured for these villages. Now, key outcomes that have been attempted are, first of all, connectivity is very important. All weather roads should be there to connect to these villages. Otherwise, these villages become isolated when there are heavy rains, there is heavy snowfall, especially when we are talking about border areas in northern India. So, heavy snowfall is also a big problem there. So, all weather road, drinking water, 24/7 electricity, so that other kinds of connectivity is not lost, people are able to avail all kinds of services. Solar and wind energy would be taken into consideration for providing this electricity. Mobile and internet connectivity, if you are aware about the OneWeb satellite system, that is the satellite system that India is developing in the low Earth orbit with the help of private agencies. So with the help of OneWeb satellite system, what do we aim to do? We aim to provide internet and connectivity services in our topmost northern areas, your Ladakh area, and in the northeast as well, where you do not have mobile connectivity with the help of towers. So yes, that will be established and that will be amalgamated here. Tourist centers would be developed, multi-purpose centers and health and wellness centers that would be promoted here. Basically everything a person or a village needs for their basic survival to lead a very dignified life, that would be ensured. All the facilities would be taken. With respect to tourism, now tourism is a problem here in border areas. You require permits in many areas to actually visit these places. So what they're planning is that planned visits of students will be ensured. Students will be taken on trips to these areas, and subsequently slowly domestic tourism would also be promoted. So with respect to tourism, regular field trips will be held for students as part of your Seema Darshan program, And since many of these border areas require permits and permissions to access, the idea is to start the organized trips and gradually extend the scope to include domestic tourists as well. Finally, officials from central and state government will be sent to these villages on regular basis for stock taking during various stages of the program. So that is basically to ensure your implementation. Now see, in the conclusion, obviously what you can directly write is that that the scheme has a lot of potential in improving the status of these border area villages. But you already have the border areas development program functioning, and a lot of times many state governments have complained to the central government for not releasing funds. If you have been, if you have kept yourself abreast with the parliamentary debates or the 3 parliamentary sessions that occur on an annual basis, so a lot of state ministers come in, a lot of ministers from the state government, they come in and they say that funds have not been allocated. So that is the problem, that if allocation of funds or that will lead to poor implementation, if that becomes a problem, then again the scheme will not be implemented or it will not be a success. So here you will also have to highlight the problems with the previous schemes, highlight the border area development program, how it was functioning till now and what were the issues. Also the scheme, basically what is it focusing on? It is focusing on security and infrastructure in border areas. So yes, there was another step taken by the government recently. The Union Cabinet also approved 7 new battalions and an operational border base with a fresh strength of 9,400 personnel for India-China border guarding force, that is ITBP, Indo-Tibetan border police. So more battalions have been approved, more border force has been approved. So yes, we are improving our security with regards to India and China border, or with regards to northern borders of the country. So yes, again that was one of the initiatives. Hence it is very much clear that the security and development in border areas, that is being enhanced. However, in the past there have been issues between center and border states for not receiving the funds under border area development program and other such schemes. So this is something that has to be addressed. The non-receipt of such funds has hampered the development in border areas. Hence, timely release of funds and implementation at ground level will remain the key factors in achieving the aims of this scheme, or deciding its success, or deciding how the security and the infrastructure in these areas is actually strengthened and the aims of this scheme they are achieved. So yes, that's your full answer for the day. Well answered within 250 words. It's not hard to write answers within the word limit. The point is, you should have clarity about the question at hand and you should know what points to include in the topics that are being asked by UPSC. So yes, stay tuned to the channel for this entire content that we discussed. Visit rajayesacademy.com. The link is present in the description. Look for question 194 in this mains answer writing section that will appear on the website. Question 194 and the previous questions with their answers. Check them out. Also, if you want, you can share your answers with us in the comment section that appears under every answer. So yes, stay tuned to the channel. All the best. Keep working hard.